The truth and reconciliation starts us off with a class selection loadout in front of our face. This is due to the fact that we start from a pelican and we are able to choose our guns from the start. Let's start off with stealth, which has a suppressed sniper rifle and a suppressed SMG. This is pretty standard. But the next one, you have shoddy snipes. This has a shotgun instead of an SMG, which is pretty much recommended on this map. Here we have Grenadier, which has a battle rifle with a Noob Tube. You can only get it from this loadout. Here we have Marksman, which has a designated marksman rifle and an assault rifle, and you can pretty much get those everywhere, so there. Here we have Specialist, which is pretty much a daredevil class. You just want to have fun, choose that. But I'm going to go as far and say I'll take the Grenadier class, because A, you probably already all chose freaking shoddy snipes or stealth, and B, it's a freaking Noob Tube. That's cheese in Halo, so that's a no-brainer. And also because Arnold Schwarzenegger uses a Noob Tube.
Knock, knock.
Strangely enough, we have Sergeant Johnson in our team, which is fucked up because I did not buy the Halo 3 ODST DLC to play with him.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
So what we're gonna first do is pretty simple. Just sneak our way past through the Covenant forces with our immense stealth and our 2,000-ton heavy armor and hope that our troops come in at the right time and we all succeed in the end. Hooray. I'm not gonna surprise you here anymore. This is pretty much a mission you've played for the 300th time, and especially probably this week, since Halo 1 had its 15th anniversary. Hurrah! Why didn't I make a video about it sooner or later? Everyone's making videos that are 3 minutes and 43 seconds long. Why did I make one? Well, first of all, it's Halo 1 on the original Xbox. So, ta-ti-da. And second of all, I don't like reminding myself of how old I've gotten. Oh my goodness, Halo 1, please.
Rock is for babies. When you grow up, you have to drink beer.
So what I first noticed about this Noob Tube is how freaking hard it is to kill people with it. Well, actually it's just elites, that they are pretty difficult to kill anyway. But with the Noob Tube, you have to aim at them directly, or pretty much very near them, in order to be effective with it. This is pretty much a high reward, high risk gun. So what happens when I keep on using it? Well, I die a lot because I keep on risking it. Here's a compilation of how I tried.
You're spotted!
Let 'em have it!
After probably 2 hours of me spending my time getting through that first canyon, we're in the second canyon, oh my. And we have our one and only health regen. The only armor ability. And then we find a UNSC datapad, which explains the death of those who left those armor abilities behind. Pretty sad story too. But, oh well, we're not here for pandering. And instead go back into the armor abilities in this mission. And boy is it dark enough to make the visor mode useful. Actually useful. I really recommend using it if you don't have a monitor that's pretty much enhancing brightness. As well as sprinting, which I only use once, I'll show that later. As I'm going to show you a new gun. It's a jackal shield. Okay, this is a very fun idea. First of all, it obscures your view so much, but at the cost of taking so less damage from enemy fire if you face them, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's just... What the... Wait a minute! Put back the Halo C footage, what the hell is this?
Chill out, dickwad.
Thanks, Arnie. You definitely are the best person to get motivated from. Anyhows, the third canyon is pretty easy to bypass. First, sneak around in this area so that no one can catch you. Then get the freaking camouflage after for some reason your reinforcements come in, even though you never asked for it. And then just go to the last canyon, and that's pretty much done for that one. And this canyon is pretty special, in which you have to kill everyone to go further, which is so annoying to do on normal difficulty, but I guess you probably know that already. So what you need is a bit more firepower, and this canyon seems to feature a raid. So it's time to get the raid. So in protest of getting my ass handed to me again and again, I decided to use the worthless, most useless, most maniacal armor ability in SPv3, Sprint. And for the first try, I actually did use it well. I see that this thing can work wonders, I guess, but it's still pretty shit.
You're late.
Traffic.
Whilst you're rampaging with your newly founded raid, a couple of banshees will appear before you, which is too annoying for you to grasp. So what you're gonna do is make sure one grunt or one jackal is alive while you're having at it with these two banshees. It'll take a long while till you hit them, but you will hit them because they can't kill you because you are freaking indestructible. Well, not really, it's just that your raid is so good. So indestructible that the hunters aren't even willing to bash you to death. Instead, you're doing that job for them to death.
Well, that hit the spot.
Whoa!
I was kinda hoping the raid would come with us. And so we're finally inside truth and reconciliation, which means we're barraging inside someone else's home and we get attacked for it. Wow, that's pretty logical from Halo, isn't it? Anyhow, the most dangerous units in here are the swords with elite, because they come out of nowhere, but the most dangerous part about it is that their shields reach atomic levels and they have a one-hit kill sword, which is pretty dangerous to you and the ODSTs. So here's what you're gonna do. Do not take care of your ODSTs, they'll die instantly anyway. What your next move will be is to take over and hijack one of their rooms before it closes, because only they can open it, and just use it for yourself. In this matter, you can have a safe room whilst they will just wonder where you are. And then out come 4 shade hunters. Yup, 4 shade hunters in a small room without vehicles or heavy weapons. And you have to kill them all to go further. Which is pretty gross of you, CMT. But anyhow, that's just Bungie's choice too. Anyways, here are the parameters of those shade hunters. They don't shoot at each other, and they won't do anything if you're very near them. So, use that as an advantage. And yeah, use that as an advantage.
Lately I've been staring at the stars above, hoping for a miracle to light up my way. I was never alone until you came along. Now I found a better way to get me through. Come
only 2 hunter guns that are very effective on their own. Here's one of them. The Shade Cannon does a little amount of damage, but also does shock damage, which means the elites will spasm themselves and not look at you while you shoot at them. It's pretty effective, and only one downside to it is that it uses a lot of its ammo. Pretty fair. The next room you encounter has a raid in it, so Titato, you know where to go. With this raid, everything's incredibly easy. The next section where also reinforcements arrive, who also die at the very first second for me, also has a raid. Oh man, it's just candy throwing for me. And at the end you get to fight against Fuel Rod Hunters, which have a freaking incredible gun, the Fuel Rod Beam. This is probably the best of the 3 hunter guns, and make sure you save up the ammo for it, because I didn't and I regret it in the end. You'll see it. So,
what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
In the midst of battle, I accidentally picked up the Spite Skull. I think we're seeing a pattern here that I accidentally pick up the skulls along the way. Anyhow, I have no idea how it works or what it does. Not even Reddit tells me anything. Right, it's the Spite Skull. It also says that it might descope you every time you scope in, but I can prove otherwise. Strange stuff here. But okay. Reinforcements arrive and they all die. That's just typical. Anyhow, so we'll literally fast forward through all this because nothing new happened. And now this sequence. Oh boy, there are a lot of deaths here.
This looks like the ship's command center. The captain's transponder signal is strong. We must be close. This looks like the ship's command center.
You'll find your own way out of this mess. For me, I used the Jakku shield only, and that pretty much worked. After that horrendous obstacles gone, suddenly everything becomes easier. Now you can rescue Captain Keys, and then make your way through, and then fly out of this thing. There we go, truth and reconciliation, everyone.
You're shitting me.
I'm not shooting on you.
Yep, this is considerably shorter than the last 2, because they had extended levels. I could not find one here, or is there even one here? I don't know, but whatever. We're gonna move on to the next one then. The Silent Cartographer. Oh, where do we begin with this one? First of all, Arnie, do the honors.
Cocainum.
Good. Now, first we have the Grenadier, which has the assault rifle, Noob Tube, and a Magnum. Next one is Saboteur, and it has a battle rifle also with a Noob Tube and a normal SMG. Marksman, pretty much the same thing as last time. Here we got Recon, which has a battle rifle and an assault rifle. And the one that I really look forward most to is a rocket launcher and a freaking shotgun. Here we fucking go.
The Covenant believe that what they call the silent
Battle rifle. No sequel for you.
So what I thought on my class setup, which was pretty genius, is that there's only one spot that's actually close range, and that was basically this, the 3 grunts. Everything else is pretty long range. Oh my, how did I not notice that? So since I did not pick a recommended setup like I should, because noble difficulty is where you can use anything, I have yet another death montage. Please, I'm getting sick of them now.
Ich bin so schön, ich bin so toll, ich bin der Anton aus Tirol. Meine Gigerschlanzen Waden sind ein Wahnsinn wie die Madeln, meine Figur, ein Wunder der Natur. Ich bin so stark und auch so wild, ich treibe es heiß und eisgekühlt. Wie Fisch mit dem Gesicht scheint die Hausmesse, es am wollen den Anton aus Tirol.
Area secure.
Affirmative. Echo 419 inbound. Somebody order a warthog.
No, I'd rather have a gun goose. Thank you. The gun goose is just too good. It's too good. There's nothing that can stop it. It's fast, it can drift, and it can destroy worlds. Even Arnie likes it.
My name is John Kimball, and I love my car.
So with that, our next strategy for the last few minutes is based around having the gun goose. So let's begin. First, to conquer this base, we just have to kill these things whose names I've not figured out yet, and just let them follow up through this tunnel and raise havoc, I guess. And then that's just pretty much easy work for you now. So with that, our next segment is that one part where the door closes. And since I have a gun goose, I have this weird and crazy idea that I could follow up
Don't
really
let them
quick
lock the doors.
and try to get in before it closes. Now, it seems very difficult at first. And it is difficult. Here's another death montage.
Don't let them lock the doors. 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 Don't let them lock the doors.
Whoa, 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 wait, I actually made it?
Interesting.
Oh,
I underestimated the Covenant's understanding of Halo subsystems. They've locked the doors, and we don't have enough firepower to get through them.
Cortana to Keys.
Go ahead, Cortana. Have you found the control center?
Negative, Captain. The Covenant have impeded our progress. We can't proceed unless we can disable this installation's security system.
Understood. We're still en route to the objective. I may be out of contact when we get there. Here are your orders. I want you to use any means necessary to force your way into the facility and find Halo's control center. We have to get to the center before the Covenant. And failure, people, is not an option.
We need to find the security override to get this door open.
For fuck's sake, these people are drunk. So to continue our roundabout of exploits, we'll just use the gun goose to our liking and skip a couple of stairs. And we find another data pad, which I don't give a fuck about in this level since I just skipped half the map. So, it's easy road now. You have a gun goose and no one's able to stop us. Great. So, we got out of there and oh boy, that's actually it. That was SPv3, the silent cartographer. Oh man, okay. I'm just as flabbergasted as you guys are probably. Because in between I have no idea if there are any extended levels or any new guns or new vehicles. That was the playthrough of SPv3, the silent cartographer. Good, okay. Don't worry, I'll make up for it. There's still SPv3, the silent meow-ographer evolve, and that on Noble. Okay, now that brings some memories up, so let's go.
The Covenant believe that what they call the silent
Battle rifle. Wrong.
Nah, just kidding. This is SPv3's version of the silent cartographer evolve, which means the Noble difficulty is an actual difficulty and not something that will be forgotten forever. So, it's pretty much the same as we've reviewed probably months ago. But there's one key difference. There's no gun goose.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Oh, whoops, there it is. So to summarize everything about this version of the silent cartographer evolve, it's basically the same, except for 5 things. First, the frickin' hunters can be killed in 1 melee. I mean, how frickin' generous can CMT be when I'm fighting against these things? Second, frickin' phantoms keep on disappearing. Third, my frickin' gun Goose can just not survive an elevator. I guess that's already also the case in Halo 1's campaign, but bleh. Fourth, a gravity grenade that never ends. And fifth, and most importantly,
I suppose nothing hurts you.
Only pain.
and the trick from before, yeah, that's pretty much impossible now because the door closes earlier than expected, so I pretty much gave up in first attempt. And that was SPv3 the Silent Cartographer Evolved. Great! So what do I think of the last two /3 maps? As the Truth and Reconciliation, I was expecting more from it, considering the last two levels before that had extended levels, and those were where the shining stars aligned themselves for CMT, but it didn't happen, so I was left there. But I still had fun in it, considering all the tactics I had to use to bypass every single obstacle there. It's pretty fun there. It brought my mind to thinking too much. Now for the Silent Cartographer, we don't even have to talk about it. So we're gonna go right into the next one. The next two, which is Assault on the Control Room. And that's it. 343 Guilty Spark is not made yet, because CMT isn't done making the flood models yet. Oh, push!
Your flight attendants are Susan and Lance. We're here to make your trip as comfortable as possible.
Excuse me. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.